The college basketball experience preview and picks episode 4, Thursday, November 16th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users a $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, game lines. Yes, download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Last minute tickets at the lowest price guaranteed. That is Game Time. Use the promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And in honor of Veterans Day, everything in the merch store is 10% off with the promo code VETS, VETS. All proceeds from these sales will be donated to Mission 22, a nonprofit serving those who have served.
This is Dan Dickow, and you are listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Thursday, November 16th. Oh, I had a horrible night and I'm here to talk all about it. Look, here's the way I figure it. If once a week we have a shitty night, we're okay. Lull of averages, right? For Dundee at least. Folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Well, you know, you can't get everything right. You know what I mean? I talked a lot of shit last night. This is the universe correcting itself. 3-6 on my bets tonight. 3-6. I am prepared to eat the mouthfuls of shit as we review. I don't know how this guy was, but he was at live college basketball games tonight. Same with Noah Bieniek, but give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, which you should be subscribed to, host of the Big 12 experience, college experience, which you should be subscribed to. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. You know, I didn't have the best night either, but hey, it was always good to be at the Siegel Center. See some people in the chat saying it's late. It is late, but you knew I'd be here, man. No days off over here on the college experience. We bounced back. What do we got? We got games tipping off in less than 12 hours. So it's time to dive into it, baby.
Let's dive in. I mean, look, it started off with a bang for me in a good way. Like I watching the first game, I'm talking shit again. I was on Twitter being like, Campbell plus the 19 points. Boom. They only lose by 16. And it was even a little closer than 16. If you watch this game, had this on the pupil on God's eye here. So look, I was like, hey, the hot streak continues. All right. The hot streak continues and Campbell's cover. Everyone wants to pass the recap. I get it, but we got to be consistent, man. I want to, I got to be the same way on a night where I get my ass kicked that I am when I'm good. And when I say I mean we, the team. You probably didn't get much eyes on this because you were at the game, right?
Just score watching. Good win. Good bounce back for Tech. Good cover for Campbell. That's about all my analysis has on this one. I was en route to the Siegel Center.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was on the right side of this next one. I said we should maybe lock it up. We should have. Seton Hall covered against Albany, the Great Dane, 25-point win for the Pirates. Not much to look into there. And we were on the right side of Denver against Nichols. We were on the right side. You bet? I didn't bet this. Did you?
I did. Yeah, I took the Denver Pioneers. So this was one of my wins. Let's go.
Let's go. That was like the one I thought we looked best on all night, to tell you the truth. But look, we're going to talk about more of these. But before we do that, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Vets Merch. In honor of Veterans Day, everything in the merch store is 10% off with the promo code VETS, VETS. All proceeds from the sale will be donated to Mission 22. That's not a sexual position. That is a nonprofit serving those who have served. So support a great cause and score some sweet gear. Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Promo code VETS. We're also brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. They got props, they got sides, they got totals, they got live betting. Bet365 has you covered, folks, with everything. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers, either a $1,000 no sweat bet or $5. Bet $5 there. Get $150 in bonus bets. Just head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football. They got it all. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in, people. Let me see what I can do right now. Let me load this up. Don't have college basketball right now, but in the mornings it will. You'll see me talking a lot about it. Let's go to college football Thursday night slate. Thomas Castellanos is the starting quarterback for the Boston College Eagles. If you didn't know, I like taking the under on 1.5 passing touchdowns, or the lower, should I say, mainly because he doesn't really throw a lot of touchdowns. So I understand it's Pitt, eat shit Pitt. They look bad.
Oh yeah.
I still think Boston College under passing touchdowns on Castellanos is the play you want to do. Friday, there's Colorado, Washington State. So you'd have to parlay a minimum of 2 players, and it's got to be from 2 different teams. Shedeur Sanders over, higher or lower at 305 passing yards, or maybe Cam Ward with Washington State, higher or lower and 323 passing yards. This is what's great about this thing is they have all these personalized props. I'll go with the over on I should say the higher on Shedeur Sanders in Pullman over 305 passing yards. I'm not saying they'll win the game, but we'll see. That's what's great about Underdog Fantasy. When you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience. Well, the Denver Nichols one is the one that I'm like, I didn't even bet it. But it was the call of the night. I did bet this one. East Carolina loses outright to South Carolina Upstate. Upstate was up like 10 early in this game. ECU battles back, gets like a 6-7 point lead, and then goes ice cold down the stretch. And,
Yeah, it was a shock. I thought it's a mistake. I'm like Popeye or Buffhead in the cartoons. Those kind of people don't get sick. I've never been sick in my life.
I mean, you battle back from down like 11 or 12. You go up 7 and you fucking blow that lead. Fuck you, ECU. Unbelievable. Mark Adams offense kicking in, says Danny dumb shit 100%. What'd you make of this one, Mac?
Man, I was puzzled by this. I thought that it would be closer than the 13 points because I took Upstate, but I did not see ECU losing outright to Upstate. This is a shocker for me. This is one of many puzzling finals tonight.
Look, I gave this one away as a lock. When I look back at what I said,
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Are we still here? Right? I know we froze there for a second.
Yeah. It was pondering on your ECU pick.
Yeah, I understand that. And Fairleigh Dickinson, by the way, this score was not nearly as close as you know. If you're just looking at this, you'll think, oh, only a 1 point win for Fairleigh Dickinson. No, Fairleigh Dickinson dominated this game. They took down St. Peter's 71-70. St. Peter's was favored, so there's that. I didn't bet this, but I would have been on the wrong side if I had. What are you doing here?
Yeah, fair Dick. Good win here. Like you said, it never really was that close. So good win for Fair Dick here.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Then I was dumb enough to bet Utah Valley +7. I felt like a good chunk of this game they were covering. And then Charlotte just decided to say, hey, fuck you, and just put it on them in the second half. Yeah, I lost money here. I'm a fucking idiot. What'd you make of this one?
You know, this line it was creeping up last night. I stayed away from it. I picked Charlotte, but I was scared to lock it just because what you were saying. Like the line made no sense. So Charlotte, you know, maybe with the interim coach, they're a little better than we anticipated. Aaron Fern, that is.
Yeah. Princeton, Duquesne. I was on the right side of this. I took Princeton. Noah Bieniek, behind the scenes here, was at this game in Pittsburgh, checking out the Dukes. I know he also had a chance to sit down and interview Coach at the end. Noah, I don't know if your internet connection is good enough, but we can feel free to try to talk to you about this matchup. If not, we can figure out because the screen.
This game was conversions at the rim. You made it a point in the offseason to acquire a couple of guys to improve the front court, and tonight Princeton had 34 points in the paint. Can you talk about kind of how you plan to improve going forward, because there's still a lot of season left, and just that seemed like a point of weakness tonight?
Well, I said before, that we had to develop our inside game if we really were going to become a great team. And we didn't play very good in there tonight.
Right.
We also turned the ball over in there when.
I think I backfired, but Noah Bieniek on the grounds asking the questions that the people want to hear in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What'd you think of this game? I mean, I think you were on what, Duquesne? I took Princeton. The Ivy League continues to roll, Mac. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I shout out to Noah Bieniek getting there and getting in the press box and asking Coach Keith Dambrot some tough questions after the game. I mean, Princeton continues to roll. I mean, that's a hell of a win against a Duquesne team that was absolutely rolling. This is not the private school pussies that it's not a letdown from last year. They're on fire to start the year.
Yeah. They're balling. They are balling.
They're good. They're for real.
Noah Bieniek also with a nice fuck you to me and you by Cleveland State covering the 7.5 that they were laying against Canisius and winning by 10. I lost more money there. Noah Bieniek basically just took a piss on my face with that outcome. He's just killing it on these locks right now, early in the year. What'd you make? I mean, that's a great win. Cleveland State is good, man. I feel like they're going to win the Horizon. Am I crazy?
It's up there. Cleveland State. I thought that we were in this game in the first half. Obviously, I was monitoring the score because it was at a game, and then it got away from them. But yeah, I mean, you look at Cleveland State in the Horizon League. The Horizon League's kind of wide open. I mean, you got Wright State, Oakland, Northern Kentucky. Youngstown's going to take a step back a little bit. So Cleveland State 3-1, right in the thick of things.
Yeah, and then Kenny Payne holding Coppin State to 41 points. All of a sudden, the Louisville defense is back like it was 10 years ago under slick Rick Pitino as they win by 20 and cover the big number. Your thoughts on these cards moving forward?
Fuck Coppin State. How do you not cover this number? They had every chance to backdoor this. They suck. That was, I guess, bad pick. But I feel like they should have covered this game.
Yeah. Still 41 points against Louisville. It's pretty horrible.
I mean, if you're winning in midway through the first half and you're getting 18, you usually cover.
Yeah. Things only got worse for me as Central Michigan beat South Florida outright. We laid 17 fucking points. What?
Oh my God.
Dan Marley's son's on the roster. I know, but whoo. I mean, Pritchard for Central Michigan was a fucking bucket every time. I feel like he scored like 25. What in the fuck was this?
I have no explanation on this one. I mean, Central Michigan was on fade mode for us. Central Michigan had just lost to Louisiana Monroe at home last week. I don't really have an explanation. This is a back-to-back road spot too. They just played Florida State 2 nights ago.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable outcome. I was just got my ass whooped.
Yep.
The ass whoopings continued because I lost money on Radford against VCU. You were at this game. What in the hell happened to our Highlanders?
Man, Radford was up 10, I think, end of the first half, and then VCU just went on one of those runs in that building where the opposing team can't make a shot, crowd's going crazy, and they just couldn't. They got punked in the second half. VCU is definitely taking a step forward in the last week. Shout out to VCU, great win. Shit, man, I thought Radford was going to be right there. I still think Radford's pretty good, but the Big South has been taking a little bit of a little bit on the chin in the upper half of the league so far in these bye games. VCU, man, the Siegel Center is the best. Yeah. I mean, wow. Fucking Radford. I know.
Well, I did hit on this. The only problem is I didn't bet it. Boston College minus the points against Richmond. They cash in. I had no feel for really this game. I thought BC was the safer play. It was true, but I didn't bet any money on it. Spiders lose in Chestnut Hill as Boston College stays undefeated, right?
They do. And I mean, we were back and forth on this game. It was, I kind of like Boston College. I kind of like Richmond. So great win, BC. Richmond punched them in the mouth early, but BC continues to find ways. Maybe NC Nick's top 5 ACC finish will come true.
I mean, anyone out there that took 21 points in Merrimack, I don't know how you lost this game because I had this on. I had to go record football, but this was a 6-point halftime lead for Ohio State. And I feel like every bucket was a challenge for a little bit, but I don't know what happened in the second half, but, actually it was only it was a 24-point win. So you didn't cover with Merrimack, and I don't know how I didn't get a chance to really dive into the second half, but I'm shocked that Ohio State covered because it seemed like Merrimack was the right side of this one. What do you make of this outcome, Mac?
Good bounce back for the Buckeyes coming off the A&M loss. Going forward, we'll see with these Buckeyes. I think they're a work in progress. On deck, they got Western Michigan, but after that, they got Alabama. So it's about to get real once again for them.
I forget what we called this game at last night. I think it closed at 10. I want to say we called it at 11 or maybe 11.5, but Delaware won by 11 at Delaware State. So if we called it at 11.5, I hit, you lost. If we called it at 11, you hit, I lost. But either way, I didn't bet this game. What do you make of the outcome?
Good win for the Blue Hens. Always get in there, get out of there with the win against your little brother rivalry. So I almost bet Delaware, but glad I didn't have to sweat through that thing.
I really wish we would have stuck to our guns and bet on the golf course because we felt like wrong team favored. Binghamton won by 6 against Loyola Maryland. We did not bet on this, and I'm disappointed that I did not lock that up or bet that game. But nice win for the golf course. Evansville, I was on the right side of this too, but I didn't bet it. Evansville beat the shit out of SEMO. Evansville, keep an eye on Evansville as we move forward. Keep an eye on them. Yeah. We did hit on this, thankfully. The George Mason Patriots, Tony Skinn, get it done, win by 7. Oh, I actually hit a bet. Felt good to hit this bet. And Mason, man, they've been a great story so far.
They have. And, I got to see the end of this. George Mason, they're playing good basketball right now. So I think this team's a little bit undervalued. They play hard. That's a good win against a good Cornell team. George Mason has Charlotte on Sunday. So, that's a good little test. Looking forward to seeing them take a step forward on Sunday as well.
Did you bet Nebraska minus 14?
No, I took Stony Brook plus 17.5 or whatever it was, and they fucking choked.
Yeah,
this was the right side. This was neck and neck in the first half.
I took Stony Brook too, and I didn't bet it. You bet it. It sounds like, but just another one. It was a tough night, but Eastern Illinois covered against Illinois State, which I know you bet. I didn't bet this. You got your Panthers. Tony Romo's alma mater covered for you.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
I felt like I should have bet this one too. I'm disappointed when I was reviewing the night. How did I not take Longwood? I should have took Longwood against Eastern Shore. They win by 19 at Eastern Shore. But we did hit on this, and we got very fortunate to hit on this. Well, actually, I don't even know if you hit on this because at the number we called this game last night, it would not have hit. The good thing for me is I placed the bet today, not last night, and that was Florida International, Houston Christian. I got 11.5 points. They lose by 9. What did we call it last night? It was either 9 or 9.5 last night, right?
It was 9.5 or 10. It was.
So we hit.
We hit. We got a layup. We got a nice little layup at the end. It was nice. Beautiful.
I needed that. That was my third bet that I hit. I'm telling you, I was 3-6 on the night. Got my ass whooped, and the airport gets that win. Georgetown loses by 11 at Rutgers. I laid the points with Rutgers. I forget what you did here. What'd you do?
I took the points. Rutgers pulled away in the second half.
And how about the BYU Cougars? Woo!
They beat the shit out of them.
57-point win.
And Southeast Louisiana's good.
That was impressive. Now, I actually think I laid it with BYU on Tally site, but I didn't bet this game. Rice and the points hit for me. I think you bet this though, right?
I took the sorry ass Longhorns. They have not looked that good out of the gates.
Yeah. I ate the bet that I probably liked most on the entire board. One of them, if I had to do like my top 2, it would have been Portland minus, 7.5 or 8. They lost by 10 to Tennessee State. It was a tough night. Just tough night. No excuses. Got to be better. Back to the drawing board. Nice win for Tennessee State as they stay undefeated. And how about Northern Arizona going into the crack house and basically, dealing blows. They beat the Seattle team 62-60. Nice win for NAU there at Flagstaff. Any thoughts on either of those two games?
Dude, where did the NAU win come from? They just got drilled by 50 at Grand Canyon. Seattle, they're struggling to cover these big numbers. In the other game, Portland never had a shot in that game. I mean, they got punted. They were down 20 in the first half. Yeah. I thought that line reeked a little bit, and then we got it last night at like 7.5 or 8, and it closed at like 11. They got their ass beat. I mean, never was a game.
At least I was on the right side of this, but I didn't bet this. Nevada held Pacific to 39 points and won by 49 points.
The late window was fucked up. I mean, and we'll get to the final game that perfectly sums up why this late window was fucked up.
Yeah, out of the fucking blue, the fucking Sharks travel to Westwood and decide, hey, UCLA, we've been waiting for you. We've been hanging out here in Malibu, the land of fake tits, and all of a sudden, we're going to go to that Pauley Pavilion place and do a fucking cover with the fucking Long Island Sharks. All right? And they did get that cover, but with ease. With ease. They covered by like 17 points. The fucking Sharks are back, baby. We can't get a read on this fucking team, but the Sharks are back. And let me tell you, the bite is alive and well with the fucking Sharks. Unbelievable.
We should have bet this. We couldn't stomach it again. It's like it hurt the first 2 times too much. It was like I gotta take a night off from the shock. So UCLA's not very good right now.
I'm like Dabo Sweeney. Rod Strickland's like Dabo Sweeney, right? He's like, buy stock in the fucking Sharks now. We're down. Buy stock in the fucking Sharks now. Yeah, unbelievable that they covered. I, of course, didn't bet it. And then even worse was I had so Morgan State played at the Save Mart Center, and they were catching, I think, 18 points. They just lose by 19. I didn't bet this, but I still lost. Got my ass kicked all over the place today. 3-6 on my locks. I lost money. Luckily, I had a fantastic day yesterday, but that's not an excuse. But like I said, if I can be shitty one night out of the, per week, essentially, which I mean, obviously that's not the goal, but I'll take it if that's the case. How do you feel recapping the entire night, man, about everything in life?
Everything in life. Yeah, I had a losing night. Thankfully to my guys, Houston Christian or Houston Baptist, whatever the hell they're called, in Eastern Illinois, they sabotaged it a little bit, or salvaged it, I should say. It was sabotaged from the beginning. But yeah, hey, I like the slate tomorrow. I can tell you that.
Yeah. The fucking slate tomorrow with there's no fucking Long Island Sharks. That's the only thing I'm disappointed with.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to tomorrow's slate. Enough hearing about these Blues. All right.
Game
folks,
ball to LIU.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck, I always forget that, man. What's going on? And my fucking computer. What's happening here?
You just see you're here, but I see you. No, I don't see you. You're blacked out.
It says my camera was unplugged. How's that possible? How is that possible?
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Whoa. What in the fuck is happening here?
The interwebs.
What is happening here? Anyway, folks, youtube.com/the college experience. You can watch the shit show. I am in witness protection. I'm on the stand. I'm ratting on the fucking Long Island Sharks. You know what I mean? All right, game balls. I mean, how are we not giving Central Michigan one? Fire away. Central Michigan, game ball. What are you doing here?
I'll go to the Ivy League. How about fucking Princeton being 3-0 with road wins at Hofstra and at Duquesne? Are you shitting me? They went to the Sweet 16 last year, and they're proving it's not a fluke. Mitch Henderson and the Tigers, let's go.
Huge. Yeah, 100%. Hello, South Carolina upstate. I'm kind of sold on their team moving forward, by the way. Nice win. You came into Greenville. We sucked. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope we play you again because we're gonna beat the piss out of you, you little upstate bitches. All right, but I'll give you my game ball. What's your second game ball, man?
I'll go Tennessee State. They punched fucking Portland right in the mouth right from the get-go. 3-0. I mean, the reason we faded them was they had played D2s. We didn't know what to make of them. That team is pretty good tonight. They get a game ball. Good road win.
Yeah. And I guess I'm trying to think. You know what, man? No, I think I gotta go. I almost gave Tony Skinn a game ball, but I think I gotta give it to Northern Arizona. Going up to the crack house, and getting that dub after a shaky start to the beginning of the season. I'm impressed. Who's your third and final game ball?
VCU. Disappointing opener, but they've made some strides here in the last week. Ryan Odom, I was there, witnessed it. They shut us up tonight. I mean, they kicked Radford's ass in the second half. So well done, VCU Rams.
There we go. There's those game balls we fired away. One of these days I'll remember about game balls. Let's get to tomorrow's action because, before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be that stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, and comedy in theater that is near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. All right? So what are you doing, folks? Snag the tickets without the stress. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use that promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Create that account. Redeeming code is CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right, folks, let's dive into this. Folks. Let's go to Conway, South Carolina. I should be at this fucking tournament. And see Nick, I'm surprised he's not there. But the Charleston Cougars, I guess this counts as an away game. They're going to drive hour and a half, I feel like, from Charleston to Conway to take on the Catamounts of Vermont. Charleston's laying 1.5. Not so fast. Give me Vermont to get that dub outright. What are you doing here, Mac?
No, I'm on the other side. I'm going to lock it up. Charleston bounce back off that Duquesne loss. It's going to be a home game for them. Let's go. Let's go Cougars. This day right.
Are Charleston fans really going to drive about 2 hours or hour and a half?
I think so. I think they're going to have the home court advantage. And I think Vermont, a little bit unproven so far early in the season.
It's a standalone game.
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't feel great about it, but you know what? I like betting. So here we go. Let's
a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Let's have a little battle. In one corner, Moneyline Mac riding with the Cougars of Charleston. And the other, Pick Dundee riding with Vermont. The game after that is for sure a lock for your boy Dundee because St. John's only laying 3.5 against North Texas. No. I will lock up St. John's minus 3.5 against North Texas. I like this play a lot. Maybe my favorite play of the day, especially coming off that Michigan loss. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's the first one I put in. I think the Johnnies put it on him here. Better team, off a loss. Pitino short, turnaround. He's going to have those guys ready to go. North Texas struggles to score too. So let's go lock up the Johnnies. Bounce back.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever.
St. Louis, the Billikens, taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. St. Louis is laying 3.5 points. I mean, I hate to do this, but I'm locking up St. Louis minus 3.5 points. I feel like I'm in a good spot right now. Feel like I got this. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
Does this line not reek a little bit that it's this short?
A little bit.
I'm going to take the Cowboys. I do not trust St. Louis. I hate St. Louis.
All right. Let's go. I promised I wouldn't do all my locks in a row, but they just so happen to be in a row. Dayton is laying 1 against LSU. Give me Dayton. They're a better basketball team than LSU this year. What are you doing here?
I struggled on this one. LSU. I'll lock up Dayton with you, man. I think they're the better team as well. I do worry about it, Malachi Smith, but let's go.
Double lock for the Flyers. I'm not locking up this one though. Finally, I know that was a lot of locks in a row. Hopefully you can handle it, chat. Maine, Northwestern State. Northwestern State is getting 6.5. Is this neutral?
Yeah, it's in Florida, Jacksonville.
Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Maine's coming off the bye game loss. I'm on Maine. Lay it.
Wichita State's taking on Coastal Carolina. 9.5 is what Wichita's laying. Give me Coastal in the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Coastal. This game's in Conway at the tournament. I'll take the points. I think this is a little too high.
Denver taking on SIU Edwardsville. SIU is laying 1.5. Denver just won tonight. They don't know what a winning streak is. Give me SIU minus 1.5. What are you doing here?
Yep, lock up Edwardsville. This is less than 24 hours after they just played. Denver ain't gonna be ready to play.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up, Edwardsville. I'm not locking this. That's you, buddy.
Let's go Cougs.
Oklahoma State's laying 3.5 against St. Bonaventure. Give me the Bonnies, but not locking this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, this game's in Brooklyn. Oklahoma State, Mike Boynton's from Brooklyn. It's homecoming for him. Cowboys going to get this done. Lock up the Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Better team.
Moneyline Mac, locking up one of his Big 12 squads in Brooklyn. Houston is laying 20.5 points against Towson. I'll lock this one. Lay the 20.5. What are you doing here?
All right, I'll lock up another Big 12 team. You twisted my arm. Let's go.
You got to lock this up. 20.5.
Yeah.
Lindenwood is taking on Air Force. Lindenwood's catching 16.5 points.
I will not lock this game.
I'll take the points. I'll take the points.
No. You would lock this game. Where's he going?
Yeah, I'm locking this game, and I actually did some research on it here. Head coach Joe Scott of Air Force, he's 2-8 against the spread of 16.5 points against KenPom ranked teams. 300 and below in his 4 years at Air Force. So locking up Lindenwood plus.
Oh, yes, I love it.
The connection was a little slow, folks, but he's locking up Lindenwood, the penitentiary, plus the points.
I love it.
I took Lindenwood. I'm not locking this shit. What are you doing here, Mac?
I will definitely take the points now that Noah's on this. He twisted my arm. You can't lay more than 16 with Air Force. I agree with that logic, Noah. Give me Lindenwood. Let's go.
So you locking it?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I was about to say.
A Coppin and LIU have put a bad taste in my mouth early in the year. I can't add Lindenwood to that list.
NJIT
for February.
NJIT's catching 9.5 at American. It's too many. It's too many. Give me NJIT plus the points. What are you doing here?
I think that's too many too. Give me NJIT. Let's go.
Bryant. Phil Martelli Jr. laying 6.5 at Boston. Give me the Terriers plus 6.5. What are you doing here?
Why are they laying 6.5? Doesn't this seem like a lot?
Does.
Yeah, this is telling us something. I'll lay it with Bryant, the Bulldogs.
Presbyterian is catching 2.5 against North Florida. Give me the Blue Hose, man. They're playing good ball right now. Let's go. Money line. What are you doing?
Yeah, North Florida's coming off an awful loss against South Carolina State. I'll take a bit of bounce back. I don't think Presbyterian can get to 4-0. I'm a hater.
You are a hater. I'm betting.
I might lock this. This is 5 rigs.
I'm fucking betting it. Let's go. Texas Southern's getting 21.5 in Charlottesville against Virginia. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it with Virginia. They're like randomly scoring this year. They 70 plus 3 straight game. What the hell's going on at Charlottesville?
I know, but I feel like Southern's the best team they've played, probably. I mean, not counting Florida, but I'm saying like out of the shitty teams they've played, they're the best shitty team they've played. If that makes sense. Cal State Fullerton's getting 10 against UCF. I thought about locking Fullerton here. I can be talked into this. I'm taking the 10. What are you doing here?
It's 10. Yeah, I mean, UCF, man, they're coming off the Miami loss. They look good in the opener. I'll take Fullerton. I don't want to lock this though.
All right. Well, let's lock this then. Wright State is getting 9.5 at Indiana.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
They can cover this, right?
Yeah. I actually think they might win this outright. Indiana's got UConn on deck.
Oh, let's go.
Look good. Let's go Wright State.
Wright State, come on, Raiders. Plus the 9.5. Lock it up, folks. The Flamin' Libs are taking on Furman.
This is a game.
Liberty's laying 1.5. I'll take the Flamin' Libs, but I ain't locking this at all. Yeah, it's a great game. What are you doing here?
Yeah, 2 great mid-majors. I'm going to take Furman. But I mean, I'm just looking forward to watch this game.
Louisiana Tech's laying 10.5 in Monroe, Louisiana against ULM. Give me the points. In-state battle. Don't feel good about ever taking ULM, but the fact it's in-state, give me the points. You?
Here's a ballsy pick. I'm going to lock up Louisiana Tech. I think they're going to put it on them. Monroe's coming off a win. Let's go. Louisiana Tech's going to blow them out.
Money line back. Locking up the Bulldogs. Oh, look at this guy. That skyline. He's at where's that? St. Louis? Is that Pittsburgh? What is that?
Pittsburgh
over the rainbow.
And I'm lagging away. But Daniel Bacho, first game for Louisiana Tech, so I kind of like Max Angle, and I'm going to go back to the Wright State Indiana game that I missed because I lagged out of here, and the Wi-Fi is continuingly to get worse and worse. But I'm sprinkling a little bit on that Wright State money line. They have 2 guards that averaged 20 points per game in each of the last 2 seasons with Wright State, Trey Calvin and Holden. I really like Wright State because Indiana does not have the guards to match these 2.
So he's on the Wright State side, but he's locking up La Tech with you.
Let's go, Noah Bieniek.
Wow. Chicago State's getting 14.5 against the Salukis of Southern Illinois. I mean, should we?
I mean, these are Southern Illinois is pretty good at home though in Carbondale. I'll take the points. I'm gonna steer off a lock. The Salukis, it gets lit there.
Fair. I'll take the points too. Nichols is catching 7.5 at South Alabama. You got to think it's a letdown spot for Nichols, but
well, they just lost tonight. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Actually,
yeah. Should we take Nichols?
I'm thinking we take Nichols, right? 7.5.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't want to lock this.
Who I do. Who's South Alabama to be like 7.5? This lost by 50 to Alabama, and they lost to Mobile. This game's in Mobile. Let's go. Give me Nichols. Bounce back.
All right. We're going after the Nichols. Let's go. I'm locking it just because I wanted to bet another game or two. Do I feel great about it? I do. Let's go. Jackson State's catching 9.5 at Tulsa. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Going right back to the well. I'm locking Tulsa because Jackson State is on the rodeo right now. This is like their 5th game in like 9 nights on the road, and they're not covering any of these games. Lay it, lock it up. Let's go Tulsa.
I think we got it. System play. Texas A&M Corpus Christi's getting 25 points at Texas Tech.
Ooh.
I'll take the points. I don't feel good about it though. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points too. I don't feel good about this either.
Alcorn State's catching 17.5 at UAB. Take the points again. Sleepy game for UAB. What are you doing here?
I agree with you. It is a sleepy game, but I think UAB is pretty good. I'll lay it with the Blazers.
This one, I believe, is in Winston-Salem, right? Utah at Wake. So let me check real quick.
No, it's in Charleston.
Is that Charleston? Site. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Utah's laying 4.5. Wake lost last time they played, right? They haven't played since then.
Yeah, Friday night they lost.
I could see. Give me the points in Wake. I don't love the play. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna take the Utes. I think they're the better basketball team. It is local for Wake Forest, but I'll take the Utes.
Auburn is laying 14.5 at Notre Dame.
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I knew that, but I read the sheet like this. But yeah. Give me Notre Dame in the points. Auburn wins by 12.
Yeah, I think there's too many points for Auburn. Auburn just does some dumb shit offensively. So, yeah, give me Notre Dame.
UMass Lowell is taking on Arizona State. Lowell's getting 5.5.
They're going to do it again?
Plus 200 on the money line. I am fucking doing it, man. I like this team. I think they can beat Arizona State. What are you doing here?
Do you think Arizona State even knows that UMass Lowell wanted Georgia Tech the other day? They don't even watch film. I'm with you. Lock up UMass Lowell. Arizona State's a joke.
Let's go. Lock it up. The Riverhawks yet again. Ride that money line. William & Mary's laying 1.5 against Omaha. Give me the Tribe. I'm going to lay the 1.5. What are you doing here?
Take the Tribe too. Let's go.
UT Arlington's catching 14.5 against New Mexico. This is at the Pit, though. This is not a neutral site game. This is at the Pit. I'm still taking UTA, though. They cover the 14.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the points too. I this is way too many points. Arlington has looked the part. I mean, they beat Oral Roberts. I was impressed with them on opening night. I'll take the points here. This actually might be Pick's page lock. Too many points for New Mexico here.
I might bet that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bet this one, and this line stinks. The Barn, Missouri -2.5. Is this a stinky line?
Yeah, no, and this game's actually in the barn too. Why are they only? Oh yeah, lock up the Gophers. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean,
they've actually played. I know the competition hasn't been good with Bethune-Cookman and UTSA, but this is telling you something.
Yeah.
SEC going up to the barn. They don't want no part of that barn.
Tommy Lee Jones in the future. Looks like we got a Gopher. Let's fucking go.
Minnesota.
Can't believe I'm locking up Minnesota. North Dakota State's catching 8.5 in Missoula against Montana. They've been in Montana for a week now, or 4 days or something.
Yeah.
I like this Montana team. That's why I'm hesitating. Give me the points, but I'm not locking it. What are you doing here?
What'd you say the number was?
8.5.
I'll take the points too.
Montana State is traveling to Berkeley, California. They are getting 12.5 in Berkeley, right? This is in Berkeley, right?
Yep, this is in Berkeley.
Yeah. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I like what I'm starting to see from Cal. I'm locking up the Bears. Montana State's not very good after losing all those guys. So, Cal, let's go. Lock it up.
Jeez. I don't know, buddy. Cal -12.5, says Moneyline Mac. And the finale, Niagara Falls making the trip. Carl, you might as well go to another fucking planet.
This game's unbelievable.
It's a hard ticket to Hawaii. It's not paradise all the time.
13 points though? I can't. I'm locking up Niagara +13. It's too much. What are you doing here?
What has Hawaii done so far this year? Hawaii played Hawaii high-low. So, I mean, that's a hell of a name right there.
13 points is off, dude. That's off.
Yeah, First Division 1 game and they're laying 13. I'm with you. Let's go, Niagara. We're going back to the well.
Let's go. Greg Paulus, baby. Let's go. And that's our slate. My locks. Vermont +1.5 in Conway. St. John's -3.5 against North Texas. St. Louis -3.5 against Wyoming. Dayton -1 against LSU. After that, I had Houston -20.5 against Towson. Presbyterian +2.5 against North Florida. Wright State +9.5 in Bloomington. Sprinkle that money line. The UMass Lowell +5.5 against Arizona State. Ride that money line as well. Minnesota +2.5 at home. Ride that money line as well. And Niagara Falls +13 on the island. Mac, your locks. Fire.
Yeah, a couple beautiful, stinky lines. Courtney Love is on this slate, leading it off in a standalone lock battle with us. I'm on the Cougars. Pat Kelsey gets it done against Vermont, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah, we're tipping off here in about 8 hours. So get over there and bet it. St. Johnny's bounce back with slick Rick Pitino over North Texas. Both on the Dayton Flyers against LSU. Edwardsville gets it done against Denver on a back-to-back. Give me the Cowboys against the Bonnies. Mike Boynton really good in New York City. Houston lay it against Towson. Wright State. I think they're live dog in Bloomington and a look ahead for the Hoosiers. Louisiana Tech gets Bacho back, and I think they're going to put it on Monroe down there. I'm going to add this one. This one stinks. Bryant against Boston. I'm going to lay it with the Bryant Bulldogs. Nichols I think they're live against South Alabama, getting 7.5. So sprinkle some on the money line. Tulsa is going to put it on Jackson State, lay the points. UMass Lowell, let's make it Georgia Tech and Arizona State by game wins. Let's go. Courtney Love is at the barn. Let's go Gophers of Minnesota to get this done against Missouri. These SEC teams don't want to go up to the barn. Cal gets it done against Montana State, lay it. And the Niagara Falls, Greg Paulus. Too many points against Hawaii in the late window. And
I got to admit that I am on Tulsa as well, minus the points. Let's go. Noah, are you available? You can type your locks in and I can say it if you want. There we go. Lindenwood plus 16.5. Wright State plus 10.5 and ride that money line, and Missouri minus 2. He's diving into the stink.
Yeah.
Diving into the stink. Folks, we are the college basketball experience. I appreciate everyone waiting. I had to travel home from the studio to Santa Monica / Venice area, and that shit took forever. When it rains in LA, it sucks. So it took forever. So we recorded later. I appreciate everyone staying up. And folks, subscribe to the college basketball experience or follow on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Noah Bieniek is on Twitter at NoahB77_. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Follow, all that shit. Then if you can, subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. That's the hub for all of our college, experience episodes, whether it's college football experience, college basketball experience, FCS college football experience, college baseball experience, the Big 12 experience. So check out all of those solo podcasts. They're on iTunes, they're on Spotify, and make sure you subscribe over on YouTube there, youtube.com/the college experience. Get the SGPN app. It's free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast live from Las Vegas every Friday. And let's go. They're on VSiN every single Friday, folks. If you have YouTube TV, you have VSiN. That's Brent Musburger's network. Check it all out. And cannot wait for I'm loving tomorrow night's episode. I've already looked ahead at Friday's schedule and I go, oh shit.
No, yeah.
Let's go. Let's enjoy today's games. College basketball throughout the day. Always want that. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's episode. Till next time, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Vietnam, LOB, Brooklyn, my brethren on the other side, pay respect, give a call, let them know I'm stepping on their turf, so no misunderstanding come amongst us. Commission made the rule, who should live or die, and if I violate the code, I just might get found on a desolate road, but that just happens to a sneak thief. Me, I'm the chief of my conglomerate, 5 deadly venoms, I promise this, mash your manpower, make the earth rain, hell, snow, and quake like bombs blowing up in Kuwait, and if a cat up on those seas team, fuck up my biz. I ask a favor of the laws and send them out to slay rigs.
I said I'm fucking red times, crimes, and sign among thieves. These big pockets and sleeves, lift the dip and get greased. The cop and please, they freeze like rain in the breeze. The dead rabbit plug ugly, Scottish ass on the squeeze. Got you on the home base, pushing daisies in shape. Better watch what you say, cause dropping dimes don't pay. In a 10-cent city, yo, the lords don't play. It's the edge, the OC, the everlasting decay.
Ain't nothing changed since the feds came. Still got me running fucking numbers out the same gang. It's all game, we ain't playing. This is mob life, what you think it was? Cause too late to do the mathematics on Addis went downtown to pay off. The undercover cop made it hot on my block. Take the calls from the rooftop. I heard the investigation, seen the blue van with the man. Now